Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're having some good times tonight, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to upgrade a PostgreSQL database on our Linux machine, and it's not necessarily connected to the Zabbix itself, but of course this is also gonna work if you do use your Postgres with the Zabbix. And on top of the regular Postgres upgrade, what we also gonna do is upgrade a TimescaleDB extension if you have it. If you don't worry, this video is still going to be applicable for your Postgres upgrade. If you do, then it's even better for you. So what I have here for the example is, you can already see all of the versions that I have. I have a PostgreSQL 15.17 and TimescaleDB version 2.26.2. And I am running both of these softwares on Alma Linux release 9.4. So all three, not the newest versions. And for the sake of the upgrade, what we are going to be using today is also the guide from InitMAX wiki page. And you will find a lot of different tutorials and guides about the Zabbix, Vazuch, and also the Postgres itself, and TimescaleDB configuration and tuning and so on. I'm gonna throw the link in description of this video. But yeah, so if you do like more reading than watching, then just go check the guide. If not, I'm gonna demonstrate basically all of the same stuff in this video. So first thing first, you need to back up existing database, because, well, clearly whenever we are doing anything with a database, it is very sensitive, especially if that is a production database. So we are risking with essentially losing all of the data, which of course is critical for everyone. And the easiest method of backing up your database would be, of course, to make a snapshot of the virtual machine, your VM. As example, if you're running in AWS, EC2, or maybe GCP, or Azure, or DigitalOcean, whatever, right? Somewhere in the clouds, you can just make a snapshot of your virtual machine. And if something goes south, no problem. You just restore from the snapshot and retry again, hopefully fixing all of your issues. But not always that is possible. Why? Well, maybe your server is not running in the clouds. Maybe it's just bare metal box sitting under your table. And then you need to go like the classic way, which is basically just using the pgdump all command just to make a text backup of all of your databases running on your server. I'm actually gonna not run this because I am having this just as a dummy database. It's definitely not a production, first of all. And the second thing, I don't have a lot of the disk space on this virtual machine, which is also something you need to consider before you do the upgrade. Because obviously, if we are running the full backup of all of your databases, then we basically need x2 of the disk space from what you already have. Next thing, when we already decided that we are planning to upgrade, of course, we need to understand to which version exactly. And in this tutorial, we're upgrading to Postgres 18. So what we need to do is just download and install the PostgreSQL repository RPM package. So copy paste this and paste it to your CLI, click enter. This is going to take just a couple of the seconds. Package is already installed for me, so nothing to do. We can proceed with the next commands. Next command is to disable PostgreSQL module on our system, just to make sure that we not interfere with some older Postgres versions that might be coming, like from official Alma repo or something like that. And when that is done, we can proceed with installing a new version of the upgrade, a new version of the Postgres, which we need to keep in mind, because it's not just upgrading our old version. We're essentially installing a new version of the Postgres and then just moving all of the data to the new version. So first, you can run DNF update just to make sure that the system is aware of all of the new versions, including the Postgres that we just added in our repository. And then we can DNF install -y just to automatically confirm everything. PostgreSQL 18 server and PostgreSQL 18 contributor. So copy paste this. And yeah, I just have everything on auto accept. So this is going to take a couple of seconds and complete it, right? So right now we have my Postgres 15 still running, still functional, and Postgres 18 as shell stuff, empty, just sitting on there. And what we're going to do now, we're going to run a database initialization for our Postgres 18. So again, just copy paste this command, PostgreSQL 18 setup InitDB, and it is initializing a database. This takes like 5 seconds. Status is okay. Everything is good. Next, of course, check available disk space. As I said, like I am running like really short on a root that's 85% utilized, but for the sake of this tutorial video with just dummy data sitting inside the database, that should be sufficient. But for you, if you are planning to upgrade a large database, just make sure that you have a disk space for that. And I do already know that I do have a TimescaleDB extension up and running on my Postgres, but we can also check like finding available extensions. Just run this command, copy paste. You can see all of the stuff here. And here is my TimescaleDB 2.26.2. And installing the same version of TimescaleDB into a new version of the PostgreSQL. After installing the new version of Postgres, you must install the same version of TimescaleDB that you were using before. Make sure that the TimescaleDB version is compatible with the new Postgres version, and that is the same, the original installation. So here is the example, and basically what it means, we need to change a couple of things. So version, PostgreSQL version here is 18, and specific version of TimescaleDB is 2.26.2. This should work just fine, hopefully. So happens to be that I made some mistake during the recording, and I'm just wrapping up a couple of shots here in the middle of the video. So we did have a TimescaleDB 2.26.2, and you need to make sure that you install the same version 2.26.2. In my case, for you, it might be something else for the new version of the Postgres. And that's why I run this command, sudo dnf install, and provide new version, major version of the Postgres that we have, and the version of the TimescaleDB that we have, and same for the loader. So click enter. I am already have this installed because I've installed it like 3 minutes ago before I made this mistake. Additionally, if you do use the Postgres, it's basically the same as we did for the TimescaleDB. So what you need to do is sudo dnf install PostgreSQL version, the new one that we're installing, which is 18 in my case, and Postgres. So that's how you install it. The next thing is configuration transfer. So we need to transfer both the PostgreSQL.config file and also pghba.conf, just to making sure that if you do have some configuration for your old version of the Postgres, like 15 in my example, of course, you always want to make sure that you preserve that in the new version of the Postgres that you're installing. Because remember, we're just talking about upgrading, but essentially upgrade means installing the new version. Therefore, all of the configuration files by default are set to default values. And yeah, so we need just to make sure that we move everything from the past, that we tuned our database, making sure that performance is good, everyone are happy, and so on and so on. So just make sure that you copy paste this and apply the correct version, so the old version to the new version. So now when all of the configuration is migrated and we're kind of safe to start the migration process itself, what we need to do is systemctl stop PostgreSQL old version. So we can copy paste that to the CLI. Old version, as you remember, is 15, and that is done. What also is important is to run the pre-migration check using the PG upgrade check. Don't run direct upgrade, otherwise you can miss some issues. So just copy paste this big line, paste it to your CLI, and make sure that you replace all of the new version and old version. So new version is 18, old version is 15, and you need to repeat this a couple of times. So again, new version, old version, and one more time, new version. So we can click enter and see how all of this goes. Checking cluster versions, performing consistency checks. Old clusters do not use the data checksums, but the new one does. Failure, exiting. So let's try to figure out how to fix that. Okay, so as you can see, we had an error message that old cluster does not use the data checksums, but the new one does. And I've checked the both versions independently. So here is the output of version 18 grep checksum, and the value is 1, so it is enabled. And here's the value for version 15, it's 0, so that is disabled, which actually came a little bit surprised because I've run just default InitDB for the Postgres 18, which in my understanding should not have the checksums enabled by default. So basically what I did is just I removed the data directory, the dummy directory for my PostgreSQL 18, and recreated it specifically with no data checksums. And then I run the check where it is, run the check again, and it is okay. And checking for presence of the required libraries is fatal, basically because I don't have TimescaleDB loaded. So what we do here is just execute shared preload libraries TimescaleDB into varlib PostgreSQL 18 data PostgreSQL.conf. Then we can try to run the check again, and everything is okay. Both clusters are compatible, which means that we can go back to our InitMAX wiki guide. So recommendation, always run PG upgrade check before you run the actual migration with PG upgrade to detect potential problems. And as you saw, like, we would have two problems. First of all, the checksums, then the timescaleDB, which I forgot to insert in a PostgreSQL 18. So then we can actually use PG upgrade, and again copy paste the full line and just replace the versions that we have. So the new version 18 PG upgrade, old version was 15, again new version 18, and old version is 15. So one more, new version 18. And then we can click OK, and everything should be fine. So click OK. Doing all of this stuff. Okay. Linking user. Okay. Some statistics are not transferred. Once you start a new server, consider running these two commands. So as we can see, basically everything is fine. Here is the explanation of all of the additional flags that we run for our PG upgrade. So good. Then we can start our new PostgreSQL 18. So replace the new version, right? That is started. And we can also enable it just to make sure that next time when you restart your Linux server, the Postgres is going to be started by default. And database analysis and maintenance after migration. So after migration, run the vacuumdb command, which analyzes and maintains all database in several stages. So what we do is, again, run this sudo -u Postgres. And again, right now we are already using the new version, so PostgreSQL 18, vacuumdb all, and analyze in stages. Click enter. VacuumDB is running, optimizer statistics, everything is good. And the last thing that we need to do, reindexing after the migration. So why reindex? Here you'll find a lot of reasons why to do that, like PostgreSQL 18 after the upgrade is explicitly recommended to reindex indexes used for full text search and the PG TRGM extension. So a lot of the benefits and things that could break if we forget that. So just copy paste this, sudo -u Postgres reindex db -all, reindex it. And again, if you have a production database, it's of course going to take much more time. I have just dummy data, so essentially that's quick for me. Performance tuning, of course, don't forget to tune your database. Like if we copied the previous config of our already tuned the database, more or less is going to be fine. With the exclusion, like if we had a very old version and we're upgrading to something very new, then potentially some parameters might be deprecated, maybe some new are introduced, some new caches. So always reevaluate that, and you can run timescaleDB tune just to make sure to generate the proper configuration parameters for your setup, right? And depending on the specification of your system. So verifying the PostgreSQL version, we can just run the query, select version on the Postgres, and as you can see, we have the PostgreSQL 18.2 3 and cleaning up after the migration. So I'm going to leave it to you. Basically, what we need is to delete all of the old configuration, all of the old binaries from our PostgreSQL 15, everything, the scripts and stuff like that. So just to make sure that we have kept our only PostgreSQL 18 that we just installed. So I think this was a bit long. Actually, hope you managed to follow through. I hope that you upgraded your database successfully. If you do have some questions, just ask them in the comments. Other than that, don't forget to subscribe, and see you guys later in the next videos.